The hot take on wedding seasons is don't invite me.
That is our hot take, is we don't want to go to your wedding. With peace and love, congratulations. That's so exciting for you.
No.
I wish you the best of luck.
I do care. I just don't care enough to maybe attend. And it's...
Yeah! And welcome back to the Dysfunctional.
What the...
It's Stampede, everybody.
Oh my God.
For those non-Kamamians.
I hated every part of that.
Kamamians.
It's just Calgarians. Just Calgary.
Shout
Not
out
even
Calgary.
Alberta. Not even Edmonton gives a fuck.
Get your hoe down, throw down all.
Get your hoe down, throw down. Bro, I hate Stampede.
Oh my God, me too.
I have such a hate relationship with Stampede. It's actually crazy. Like, I served down... So anyone who doesn't know, welcome back to this functional duo. The city that we live in and the city that we grew up in.
Born and raised, born in the game.
Well, I wasn't born in Calgary, but,
Traitor.
Well, I was just a small town girl.
She's an American.
I'm not an American.
She's an American,
And so it starts. We have this event in our city called Stampede, and it's quite literally where we all dress up as cowboys.
Yeah.
We get fucking shittered.
Yeah.
So drunk. It's actually crazy.
You eat everything deep fried on a stick.
And you watch rodeo and...
Dance to country music. A bunch of country music, like big artists. Well, like Luke Bryan, like... I don't know.
Luke Combs, they're all named Luke, apparently.
That's how you get into country. You have to be a Luke, though.
You have to be a Luke, a Mike, a Thomas.
A Keith.
A Keith, for sure, a Keith.
A Keith is country. The women, you have to be a Lori Ann.
Or like a
Mary Jane Ann. Marie Antoinette. Jane. Leah. That's it.
Amazing. Okay.
I'm not a country fan.
Taylor has to be in there somewhere.
Yes,
yeah.
Taylor Swift specifically, but only in the early 2000s.
No, I'm thinking like Anna Taylor or Marie Taylor or like
Marie Antoinette Taylor.
Okay. Anyways, so sorry, I just for like a week I forgot who I was talking to.
For a week? A week?
Well, we haven't filmed an episode. And
I think like you're messaging me and it's just like a number at the top. I don't even get a name. And you're
I actually deleted you from my contacts. It was great.
It's random.
It was
number
the most peaceful week I've ever experienced. Anyways, so they it's like Mardi Gras for cowboys, basically. There's rides that you can like ride on, and it's just very like intense. Is it a week and a half? 2 weeks?
I think it's 2 weeks. Maybe not a full 2 weeks.
Starts with fireworks, ends with fireworks. It's like this whole fucking shebang. Mm-hmm. Apparently, this is what we're known for across the world because I've had several conversations with people who are not from Canada or Calgary. And they're like, oh, you live where Stampede is. And I'm like, great. Like, that's
how your legacy is.
Awesome. So I would serve downtown right near the grounds where they do this whole event because it's like a pop-up event, and then it all there's like a location where it's known for, so much so that we have like it titled in our Saddle Dome. But that even sounds just like so fucking...
It doesn't even look like a saddle. It looks like a Pringles potato chip.
It's straight... Yeah, it does. It looks like the biggest Pringles potato chip. Anyway, so I served really close to the grounds when I was a server, and so all these drunk, stumbling, just crazy people would be like, let's keep the party going. We started at 8 a.m., let's finish at 8 a.m. Mm-hmm. And you'd have to serve them, and I often worked the patio during that time because that was where most of the money came from in the summer, and these people were awful. They were the worst people I've ever served. They were just so drunk. So, like, you can't really serve them alcohol at that point because they're just so drunk. But you have to make money.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of, like, continue it.
So you're charging them bottled water?
Yeah, basically. But they would be like, yeah, we're going to order, like, a big tub of sangria. And I'm like, oh, my God.
You're like, it's just juice.
Can I have just straight cranberry juice, please? And they were mean. They didn't tip for shit. And
that's the worst part. The non-tipping.
Yeah.
for like service because
Yeah.
they're just either so drunk that they have no idea what's going on.
They literally would spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on the grounds that they would come off and be like, I just need food and like some more drinks. Let's go to a restaurant. Well, I don't need to tip this because I just spent all this money on the grounds.
Oh, 100%.
And they literally, it was like anything goes. For like 2 weeks,
It's lawless.
it's like excusable
behavior.
to be whatever you want to be.
Yeah.
We went viral. Our city went viral.
Really?
Was this like 5 years ago? For a girl who was having Mex, Texas Mex cheese.
Chevy cheese dip.
She was having Mex with 2 guys, one in the front and one in the back.
At like a bus station.
At like a bus station waiting for, no, it was like the corner of it was public.
It was very
like,
public.
Very public, in the middle of just like shebanging, and with 2 dudes, again, one on the front,
Good
one
for
on
her.
the back, and it went viral.
Because, yeah, it was like some random
This was like hot
bystander
level viral.
Yes. And like she got like, I don't know if it was a video or a picture, but they got sent all over.
It was a video.
I don't know what happened to her. She was like kind of famous. Like people knew of
I
her.
heard that she had gotten fired from her job.
That's kind of, I mean, no, that's kind of crazy.
Well, I think she was at, and again, this is just like what I think I remember hearing because it was a few years ago, but I think I remember hearing that she was at a job, like, event when
Wait,
this
this
happened.
is like a company party, and she's like, well,
I don't know if she
now's
was
my
still at
time
the
to
party. I
shine.
think she was on the grounds after that, but she went with her company to Stampede. And then that night was caught, like somebody recorded her. I don't even know if they knew who the girl was, in the middle of, and she got the worst of it.
Oh yeah, nobody knows.
I don't
who
think
the guys
were really that recognized.
are. No, nobody cared.
Which is unfortunate because it takes 3 to tango, apparently, on Stampede grounds. And honestly, no shame, but like the public part, no, anywhere else at any other time, that would have been like just absolutely like not okay. And like just general, like if you're walking down the street on a Sunday morning,
And you see that.
Sunday morning, rain is
Sunday-
falling. And there are 3 people next to me. Yes, exactly. So,
That's what that song's about.
yeah. Shout out to RuPaul. Adam Levine, you freak. And so the guys were not recognized. The girl was recognized though, and
Of course.
I think she was like destroyed because of it, which is awful. However, this again just goes back to my point of Stampede, anything goes. And I'm talking everybody. It's like a unspoken agreement where you cannot blame people for how they choose to behave for 2 weeks. Sober or drunk.
It's so true. I had TikTok show up on my For You page of people flying into Calgary, which already is diabolical. Why are you here? There's nothing here to offer. For
disagree.
Stampede, no,
I love Alberta.
that's a statement. So many people,
Not the people,
just the province.
just the place.
I've been collecting the Timmy's province cups. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
I've been collecting a bunch of them, and honestly, the provinces are so cute, but then the cities that they have are so ugly and nasty.
I would honestly do that if it was Starbucks, because I feel the Starbucks mugs are cuter.
Like if they, oh wait, okay, oh you're cooking. Wait, Starbucks, ring, ring, ring. So like if they had like the sippy ones, but like different provinces.
Are you buying mugs or sippy versions of?
I have the mugs.
Okay, yeah, I don't think they have.
Timmy's doesn't have
sippy.
sippy cups.
Well, they should.
That period. Timmy's ring, ring, ring.
But no, I'm talking mugs with Starbucks. Starbucks does mugs.
Do they have mugs?
Yeah.
I've only ever seen the sippy cups.
With the city?
No, not with any city, just in general.
Dude,
Starbucks.
They do city-based mugs. I think Tim stole it from Starbucks.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Is this tea? Wait, really? I thought.
Well, I don't know if it's
I was
tea.
like, Timmy's is so iconic for that. Well, they're a Canadian like coffee place, I guess. So it's like it makes sense because they're doing like Canadian provinces, not the territories though, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, bro. Like, look.
Okay, those are fugly. So Timmy's is winning already.
That's one area. Like, it depends on where you go. Like,
Well,
this
I
is...
would not buy those.
Okay, I'll show you the Canadian ones.
Those look busted AF. Those look like a 4-year-old painted on them.
You're actually insane.
No, it looks like you went to a Color Me Mine and like did it yourself.
Like, that's Toronto.
That's horrible. That's so ugly.
Okay, fuck you. I want to see Tim's then.
Like, personally. No, the Timmy ones are so cute. My boyfriend buys me like all the like special ones. So I have like the ghost, I have the Christmas one, I have the Easter one, and
Okay,
now they're doing all the Canadian ones.
Kind of cute.
They are cute.
Toronto one is a little
No.
questionable, but
Period. The cities are weird,
like
but the actual
Newfoundland is
provinces-
beautiful.
I don't have that one yet, and
No.
it's like I think sold out.
Sounds like somebody is slacking.
I know, Kijiji, hit me up if you own these. I will buy them off of you for
What does Alberta
no
look
less
like?
than $200.
Ontario, Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan is literally exactly how I would envision it.
Is it just green?
It's just flat fucking lands with a buffalo in the middle of it. And then ours is like a big lake, a mountain, and a moose, and some Alberta poppies. No, not poppies.
The wild roses.
Wild roses, yeah.
The BC one's actually really pretty. I have.
It has an orca.
Yeah, it has an orca. Those ones. Pretty.
Okay, I'll give it to you. They're actually really cute. I think they stole it from Starbucks, though. I
Okay,
think
but-
Starbucks has been doing this for a while because I've heard people will do this, but like worldwide.
Oh,
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah,
Pitbull.
like you'll go to like when I was in Disney, they had a Disney Starbucks located mug. Like it was a.
Did you get it?
No.
Why not?
I have too many mugs.
I don't think that's a thing.
It is people.
Public service announcement right now.
It's very important I say this. You don't need another mug.
Yes, you do.
You don't. How many times have you drank out of your one mug that you just love so much and your other mugs just go unloved through
Sitting-
its entire life?
Sitting in the back of the cabinet,
Yeah.
covered in
Collecting
dust,
dust.
like staring at you, like that watery, like sad emoji.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, if you want to
pick
buy me a
me.
gift, don't buy me a mug. I know it's like a chosen gift option. I can respect it. I honestly can respect it. And I do buy people mugs. So like
I
I'm
like
part of the
mugs.
problem. I understand that. But I have like 2 mugs that I use. That's it. And like I love those mugs. But it's not like it's going to disintegrate in a week and you're going to use your other mug. Like just use that mug.
okay, you're kind of like you're making a really good point because there's like specific spoons that I will use, and if those spoons are dirty, then I choose to starve. Then like you use one of the other spoons.
See, no, I don't think that's the same thing. I think that sounds like something else.
What do you mean?
I'm not gonna say because I'm not a doctor,
Oh shit. Well,
but it sounds like something else.
if you're a
And
doctor, shut
respectfully, use the other spoons.
No, but they're not like they don't have the same scoopability.
Okay, you know what? I can respect that because like I definitely have like my select spoons that I do use too.
Yes.
That like have the best mouth feel. But if that's the case, then I just bought the same spoon.
No, okay,
8
but this
different
is the
times.
thing is like this spoon, it's like usually 1 or 2 specific spoons that are just they are not like everybody else in like the drawer, in the utility drawer, and like you're
like
not
it
sure
just
how
it just
you got
happened
them.
upon your okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
one of those spoons
Yep.
that you just have.
I
and
get
you're
that.
not sure why.
I get that.
Or how.
But usually, like once I became an adult and could like own my own things, because I feel like
I haven't
those-
gotten there yet.
I feel like those spoons exist at my parents' house when I was like a teenager.
Yes.
There was one spoon in particular, which this is crazy, but it was a metal spoon that was scalloped
Oh,
and it had
pretty.
like ridges.
Yes, yes,
in
yes,
it.
yes.
And I've been looking for that kind of spoon for years and I have not found it.
Was the actual like was it the end that was scalloped or the spoon itself that was
The end was like a regular spoon and then it would scallop at the top.
Oh.
And then it had like a seashell and it had like lines going to the
Yeah.
scallop. Anyways, it was like the best mouthfeel I have ever experienced from a spoon. I'm a big ladle girly. Like I love a good ladle spoon, especially for my soup. Like specifically the ramen spoons that
Yes.
you buy, like the Japanese style. I think they're Japanese.
I want to say
I don't
so.
know if
I
they're
don't know.
I don't know if they're like specific to a location. I just feel like I usually see them at Japanese restaurants. Those are like amazing spoons for soup. Like yes, like you just get a little bit of, you know.
I'm so bad. I'm not a soup person. I love the noodles.
Neither is Leo.
And I love everything else. And then once all that's left is just the liquid, it stays there. I'm so sorry. I apologize to the public. It
See,
stays there.
I do the broth first and then I eat the goods.
See, what? You what? It's just noodle. It's just drying noodle at
Well,
the
like
bottom
any
of your bowl.
kind of soup. Like if you put a soup in front of me, I'm gonna take some of the liquid off the top before I get into the goods of the soup.
What are the goods of the soup?
Whatever's in the soup.
No.
Chicken noodle, chicken noodles. Beef barley, beef and barley.
So you scoop it, you drain the liquid, and then you just eat the
Well, okay, drain the
chunks.
liquid sounds a little weird, but if you put a bowl of soup in front of me, I take my spoon and I like gently caress it on the top of the soup so that just the liquid pours into the spoon.
Okay.
I do that like 8 to 10 times.
Take notes.
And then I start to see the meat and potatoes of the
Oh,
soup.
okay.
So then I start integrating that into the experience
Oh.
until I get to the bottom, and then I don't have any more broth, and I can literally just full scoop good chunks without broth getting in the way. It's like a reward at the end.
You have levels to it where it's like first it's the broth, then it's both, and then it's just the chunky
Because I
parts.
respect what soup's trying to be.
What if it's tomato soup?
I don't eat tomato soup.
That's the best soup in my opinion.
Are you crazy?
Yes.
Tomato soup is the best soup?
Yes, it is. Not the canned
You're
one.
wrong.
No, yes, I am correct.
Okay, homemade, I can enjoy a good homemade, but never am I making homemade tomato soup.
I mean, no.
And the canned is like,
Why is it sweet? Why is it sugary?
well, because it's a tomato. It's like
Tomatoes are not sweet. Are they? No, they're not.
they're a fruit.
But they're not sweet. They're acidic. Hi, tomato.
Eat a tomato and tell me it's not sweet.
Okay, bring me a tomato. Depends on the tomato. They're like not.
I'm talking a basic fucking tomato.
Was it a cherry? Cherry tomatoes are kind of sweet.
No, we're not getting. Well, yeah, it's a tomato.
Okay, so you agree with me that tomato soup's the best soup?
I thought you were about to say you agree with me. Tomatoes are not sweet, and I was about to punch you from here.
You almost
I was
said
about to become
violent.
Elastigirl and just full on extend
wish
my
you
arm.
could.
Yeah, me too. Those hips. Anyways, I can appreciate tomato soup when I have it homemade, but it's like once every 5 years.
We should get back into like homemaking things. I'm so lazy when it comes to like making things from scratch. I say I dragged you into that.
I really like the self-awareness there. I do make stuff at home.
I don't. I'm so bad for it.
I love making stuff at home. I recently, like, when I was younger, I never understood that idea of, like, making stuff at home. I was like, what the hell? Like, I'll just buy it.
Yeah.
And now I'm a domesticated woman, I guess. Like, I'm no longer an outdoor cat.
No, she's not a stray anymore. She
Yeah.
was been neutered, and now like
Yeah.
Leo has to keep her at home. If he opens the door too much, Sarah will run out. And, like,
roll on the concrete.
yeah.
And then catch a bird and then come back in. It's, it's a problem.
Sometimes she
We're
sneaks
working on
out
it.
when Leo's not paying attention though, and then he'll close the door and lock it, and then she's out there for hours. Luckily, Sarah's really good and she doesn't run away.
That's a really funny fucking joke, but that actually happened to one of our cats, and it was the worst night of my life.
Oh,
It was
felt so
quite
bad for
literally
you.
the worst night of my life.
Have you ever told this story before?
Not online, no.
Do you want to?
I could, yeah.
Okay.
So, keep in mind, my husband's not the villain in
No,
this
he's
story.
never the villain. Sorry, I'm just poor Leo. I'm
Well, and
joking.
like I need to respectfully, I need to defend that because I think he would take ownership and say he's the villain, and he's not. It was a total accident. But he went out so when we go out the front door or the back door, usually our cats will like, they're smart enough and trained enough that they'll just hang out on the deck and they'll just be around us. They're not kind of the cats that would just like go outside and I'll do the shortened version of this story. But they would like kind of join us outside and then they would run back in with us, like when we knew they were out there with us. And 2 summers ago, I think
I think so.
husband he was told by his parents that there was going to be a meteor shower outside. So he went outside to go and look for the meteorites, and he was holding a blanket in the perfect way that when Phineas, our one cat, ran out to stand next to Leo, he couldn't see that Phineas was next to him because the blanket was full on blocking his like field of vision for where Phineas was. So you see on camera, we have door cameras, and it was like 11 p.m. at night.
Okay.
And he runs outside to look. Phineas runs out next to him, sits down, and then Leo can't see them, so he turns around, goes back inside, closes the door, and locks the door. Turns off the light. He's like, okay, I'm coming back in. And Phineas is still outside.
Like,
sitting
bro,
on the deck.
What happened?
And so
Where'd everybody go?
So, fast forward to the story, I fell asleep around 1 p.m. Our other cat comes, and he doesn't come to the bedroom and talks to us, engages with us, so it's very abnormal behavior. And Milo starts meowing at me, to my face. He wakes me up to the point where he's meowing at me. So I get up and I'm like, what's wrong? He's obviously telling me something. So he starts walking around the house with me, and he's meowing and meowing and meowing. And I'm like, what are you looking for? And then I'm like, are you looking for Phineas? Maybe he got locked in a closet again. That does tend to happen. He goes into places, we close the door, and he's he gets...
He's a small cat too. He could be... It's easy.
He's
you
very
could miss
thin.
him.
He's very thin. But not unhealthy thin. He's just he's a thinner
a
cat. Yeah. He's not a chunky monkey, So I'm like, oh, where's Phineas? And again, it's 1 a.m. at this point, 12:30 maybe. And I'm like, where's Phineas? Where's Phineas? So I start looking all over the house. I can't find him anywhere. So I start panicking, and I go upstairs, and I wake up Leo, and I'm like, where's Phineas? And usually Phineas will be sleeping with us at that point. He'll be on the bed with us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you know where Phineas is? So Leo starts getting up and helping me look. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to check the cameras. There's no way he'd be outside, but I'm just going to check the cameras. Check the cameras. Lo and behold, I see him an hour before I wake up sitting on the deck alone. And I'm like, motherfucker, he's outside. Mm-hmm. And he's not an outdoor cat. He's never been outside. We live in an area where cars like to speed pretty fast at night, so being on the road is unsafe, and we live in an area where coyotes are more well known. So I'm freaking the fuck out, and I'm like, oh my god. So I go outside, can't find him, call for him, he doesn't come. I drove around the neighborhood looking for him. I drove to see if I would find a body on the street. Spent 2 hours looking for him.
The panic you must have felt in this moment, I can't even imagine.
It was awful.
Yeah.
And this happens, it's a regular occurrence for people to not have their cats come home, or for their cats to get out. It's not abnormal. Mm-hmm. But it's an awful feeling. I do not wish this on anybody. Having something or someone that you love that isn't there, and you don't know where they are, and you can't find them is, and again, I can only imagine what that feels like when you take it to the next level where you have a family member that's gone missing or something.
A child, and you're
or
where
a child.
Are they?
It's just got to be the worst feeling in the world, because this was devastating. And you start weighing your odds of what could happen, and you start having to come to terms with what happens if we find them or we don't find them.
Yeah.
So 2 hours go by, don't find him. We thought it was a really good idea to take our other cat and be the cat whisperer. So we're gonna let you outside, and you're gonna go find him, because I think you can smell him. Because we were outside looking for Phineas, and he was constantly meowing and clawing at the door. It seemed like he wanted to come out to try and help.
Right.
So we let him go. Milo takes the fuck off.
Milo's freedom!
Yeah, so he's running on people's decks. It's 1 p.m. Leo's walking on people's decks to get our cat.
Yeah.
I'm they're thinking we're breaking into their house. So I'm put him back inside. He had his opportunity to shine. He threw it away. He's not the cat whisperer. So we put him back inside. We were great, now we lost both cats. It was the stupidest thing we've ever done. But if it worked, it would have been the coolest story ever. Anyways, so 2 hours go by. I'm a wreck.
Yeah.
I'm and Phineas is my cat. They're both our cats, but Phineas and we're very close.
Yeah.
And we have been since he, was a 6-month kitten and came to us. So, and I was the one who got to pick him. He was I said I wanted a cat, and I got to pick Phineas, and it was all very me and him. Mm-hmm. So I'm a wreck. And he had a chip in his ear, and he was registered.
A Dorito chip?
No, they put a chip. Sorry, not in their ear. I think they inject it into the muscle or something.
Okay.
Anyways, it's a tracking chip, so that if they get caught and they're brought to a pound, then they scan the chip and then they contact the owner. So
Okay.
it doesn't track them in like live action kind of thing, but it does allow people to like find the cat, bring them to a rescue shelter, and then for them to contact you if they found the cat.
Okay.
Just easier. Like a collar, but collars can fall off. And for cats especially, the collars that they wear, they're detachable. They they have a safety mechanism that if they get caught, they actually detach. Because cats have been known to like wear a collar that isn't like that, and they'll jump on a fence or something and they'll get caught, and they can actually like, you know,
Hang
die
themselves,
die
essentially.
because of that. So anyways, I'm a wreck. 2 hours go in, I'm like, our cat's gone. This is just awful. And I'm sitting on the front step, and I have this really weird feeling that I need to leave our back gate open. And Leo's like, we got to go to bed. Like, we've been looking for 2 hours. It's the middle of the night. We'll start again tomorrow morning. And I'm like, I don't want to give up. I'm like, let me at least put some food out and some water out for him. Maybe that will coax him back. I'm like, I feel like he's smart enough to hear my voice and to know where I am. Like, it feels like he's not far. And we didn't find his body on the street. And I was like, maybe a coyote got him. Again, he's not an outdoor cat, so I don't even know if he had the instincts to... And he's like kind of a scaredy cat, like loud noises and stuff he does tend to hide. And so I'm like, fuck, like what if he's under a deck? Like, it was just an awful, awful experience. But I had this weird feeling that I needed to have the back gate open. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put food out, I'm gonna put water out, and I'm just gonna open the back gate. And at this point, like, Leo had gone out maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes before I was calling for Phineas. But, like, it wasn't like we were engaging at that point with treats, being like, come here, kid. I didn't take anything out with me. And I go to the backyard and I open the back gate, and he's right there. And it wasn't like he had been there the whole time. We had looked there for, like, multiple times within the last 2 hours. He was not there. So I open the back gate, and he's right there.
That's crazy.
And he was like maybe 5 feet away from me. And so I'm like, hi, Phineas, hi. And he starts like, he was obviously scared. You could tell that he was obviously
He'd
like
seen some
skittish.
shit.
Or at least like he did not feel safe. Like he knew he was in an environment that he couldn't protect himself with.
Yeah.
And he's a soft cat. Like I've made him a bit of a little bitch.
He's a city boy.
He's a little bit of a bougie boy. And so I saw him, and at first I think he didn't know it was me. He could hear my voice, and so that's how he recognized me, because I immediately see him, like, his tail goes up a little bit. He kind of, like, starts to let down his defensive, but if I had lunged at him, he would have ran away kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hi, come here. So I get closer to the point where he's arm length, and I literally grab him, and I go, get here, come here, you little fuck. And I grab him, and I like, latched him to my chest, and I'm holding him, and at this point, I'm like, I can't even believe I'm holding him right now.
Yeah.
And I like put him inside, and I yell at Leo, and I'm like, I found him. And he's like, what? And I'm like, he was literally at the back gate. I opened the back gate, and he was right there. And so what we believe had happened is Phineas probably went outside. So this was the thing that like actually broke my heart. But I'm so proud of this cat. Leo goes outside. The cat goes outside with him. Leo closes the door. Phineas sat on the deck waiting for us to open the door for him for an hour and a half.
Damn.
An hour and a half.
An hour and a half.
He would
just
like
waited.
He would go to the front yard and he would wander, and then he'd come back to the front door and sit and wait. He waited for us.
And then eventually he was like, well,
And then he was like,
I'm not wanted, I
coming,
guess.
they're not coming back. And then I think and that's what broke my heart. That's the part that like actually devastated me, was the fact that he waited for us for an hour and a half and we didn't come for him. And that, I don't know how a cat would feel in that situation, but the fact that he was so smart and knew that we loved him that much that he was like, they'll come back for me. I'll just wait.
oh, just wait.
He just sat. And again, it was the first time he had ever been outside. He could have really wandered. And I don't think he did. I think he stayed. He was smart enough to stay in the area. So I think what maybe happened was he stayed on the deck for about an hour and a half. Again, he would go wander, do a little bit of stuff, then he'd come back and forth for an hour and a half. And then I think what he did is we don't have a detached home. And so he can't just like wander to our backyard, but our neighbor, she's on the edge of the townhomes. So she has a backyard where you can go to the side and enter in through a side gate to her backyard. So I think what he did is he wandered over to her backyard, trying to find a way in through our backyard.
oh, he was like, I know there's another door.
But I think he ended up getting lost
Probably.
and hiding under her patio furniture.
Oh, and then he probably did hear you. at some
But he was
point,
too scared to come and.
but was like worried, and then eventually he like got up the nerve to even come out, and like your instinct was like, I need to go. Like you didn't know it at the time, but there was something telling you deep in your soul to be like, no, he's out there. I have to go get him.
Yeah.
That's
like
crazy.
something was speaking to me or whatever. And that's why, like, you know, you can choose to believe what you want to believe. I believe what I believe. And, like, that, you know, we don't need to get into any of that. But how do you explain that?
I mean, I think
How do you
that's so
explain
cool.
that, dude?
I think
Like,
it's so cool.
I'm telling you, I didn't even, like, it was just an idea that popped into my head. I was like, all of a sudden, because Leo was like, we got to give up. And I'm like, okay. And I'm sitting on the deck. I'm inputting his information to make sure that if he does get found, somebody can scan his chip and, like, find us right away. I started like, putting posts on our Facebook company page or community page being like, hey, my cat's missing. And out of nowhere, I was like, I need to open the back gate just in case. It wasn't even like I need to go back out and look for him one more time in the backyard. It was I need to open the back gate. So I go and open the back gate, and he's like right fucking there. I saw him immediately.
At that point, if I was you, I'd be like, I'm hallucinating now.
I thought I was. I honestly thought it was like the wish of a broken heart wanting to see him again. And then I realized it was him, and I was like, and again, how do you explain, dude, how do you explain that?
How?
There's no way. And so ever since, it's like, he's been good. We let them out in the backyard occasionally, but like he's been really good since. We both have learned from our mistakes that like if we have the front door open by any stretch of the imagination, you confirm head count inside the house before you proceed with the rest of your day.
Yeah.
Like you go boy number 1, boy number 2. All right, we're good. Like, and if it's nighttime and I usually do a head count for both cats at this point because I'm like, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
And just in general, like, I just want to make sure I want to know where they land in the night. But so it hasn't happened since, but it was quite literally one of the worst nights of my life. It was awful.
Oh, yeah.
And I was devastated.
I'm so glad you found him.
Dude, me too.
Like, honestly, I kind of wish he came back with, like, tattoos and, like, a girlfriend.
I know we made the joke the next day, and it rained the next day, like, extensively.
So you're just lucky all around.
Like, we might have not found him the next day because he might have been hiding under a deck or something with the rain, because
Yeah,
it's
he
not
wouldn't
like
wanna
he
come
would have
out.
liked the rain, and he would never been exposed to that before. But the next day we were like, he was like walking around the house, and our other cat, he's a rescue from Red Deer. So
Yeah.
like,
So he's hardcore.
he's
pretty metal.
he was on the streets. Him and his sister got like picked, like Milo and there was only 2 kittens that they found, and it was Milo and then his sister. And Milo and his sister were brought to a shelter as a unit, and then somebody bought his sister and didn't buy him.
Aw.
And then when we found him, they had put him in like a display cage, and not like cage makes it sound bad because there was quite a bit of like space, but like when I think of this cage, it was like a chinchilla cage where there was like ramps and stuff. Like it was a full size cage in the middle of this pet store. I think because he hadn't been bought by anybody, and so they were trying to
Look at him. Look at him.
encourage a sale, but he was like, he wasn't having any of it. When we first saw him, he was like grumpy. When we read his notes, when Leo adopted him, he was detached, he was antisocial, he had a lot of anxiety, and when we found him, he had like patches of fur missing, like from stress. Okay, Milo's the best cat ever.
Literally.
He's not antisocial. He's not detached. He
Not
doesn't
at
have a
all.
lot of anxiety. Now, he does have trauma. Like, when thunder comes, he runs for the hills. And I think it's because when he was on the streets, it probably thundered and they had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And so he got caught in that. He doesn't like big crowds. Again,
Like, me neither.
I can respect
Same.
that. But he's the sweetest cat I've ever met.
No, I've never seen him act aggressively, never once in my life.
Oh,
ever.
he's a sweetheart.
He's a sweetheart.
sweetheart. So it's like, okay, you caught him in a bad time of his life, but he's an actual like fucking hood cat, you know, like
Oh, yeah.
like we found him, and then
He's my dealer, actually. I get my catnip from him.
yeah, he's pretty cool. So like when Phineas was walking around the next day, we were like, he was all showboaty because he finally like came back from the streets, and Milo was like, yeah, bitch, we don't want to be on the streets. Like,
Milo's like,
he's like,
"No,
how did
no,
that
no."
feel? I'm sure Phineas was like, I'll never, like, I'm sure it wasn't a good experience for that cat
Also,
either.
shout out to Milo for being the one to wake you up, being like,
Bro.
my brother's gone.
Yeah,
Help me.
He's like, he was literally like, somebody fell in the well? Okay, show me. Like, and again, for our cat to be so smart, to be like, I'm gonna go wake Sarah up,
Not Leo. Leo won't do anything. I'll wake Sarah up.
I think if Leo would have woken up, he would have like pet Milo and then gone back to bed. But because Milo woke me up, I was able to kind of pick up on the fact that there was something amiss. Because like Milo going to see Leo is normal behavior, but Milo coming to see me at night, that's not normal behavior.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, there's obviously something. And he woke me up and I was like, hi, Milo. And then I rolled back over and he moved over to the other side, continued to meow in my face. He was like, bitch, you need to get up like right fuck. I need thumbs now.
I was gonna say disposable thumbs, but I don't think that's what are they called?
Opposable.
Opposable.
Thumbs, yeah.
I need your disposable thumbs, please.
Just for one day.
I need you to open that goddamn door.
So like the fact that, yeah, he came and told me, because if Milo hadn't woken me up, I wouldn't have found Phineas. Like there was so many things that lined up that night that it was like, it was the luckiest experience. So
Seriously.
anyways, very interesting story. And we're very happy to have both of our cats. I don't know how we got into this conversation, but that was a great intro. We're in 35.
Oh wow!
So, like, we hit-
did good.
yeah.
we're trying our best to like make
We
this like
need
a good solid
to have
hour.
an hour. This is like a goal. I have it in my goals of like yearly goals. Like get your podcast to a fucking hour.
She made a vision board, and part of her vision board is just podcast only hour.
Bro, we need to start encouraging vision boards again. Like
I have one. I don't know if it's coming true yet. A lot of it was like house stuff, and I'm still like poor and alone. So
and you don't have a house.
and I don't have a house, so it
I
is
think
what
the
it is.
first thing you need is a house, but
They're so gosh darn expensive.
Yeah, they
though.
are.
They're so gosh darn expensive. I'm like a shed from Home Depot is
well,
going to
now they're
suffice.
doing like modular homes from Amazon. Have you seen those?
I don't know what they look like, and I don't know, a pop-up house with my Polly Pocket. I don't think, actually, you know what?
If I was
Plastic
a single woman, and okay, the house thing is a little sketch because it's like, where am I putting this house, and like, is it safe? Because that's always a fucking issue as a
Right.
woman. But let's like remove that from the factor. Like if safety was not a concern,
Yes.
I would absolutely love that. There's a girl that I watched on TikTok, and she lives in like a teeny tiny little like
Those
house.
mini homes?
The mini home.
I love those. They're
And
actually
she's
really
like,
cute.
watch me as I clean my mini home. Hang out with me while I do my mini home. And I'm like, bro, I would love that.
If I was like single for life and I didn't want kids, I would live that life.
No, I'm talking like a good starter. Like if I'm 20 years old, single, just doing me, like just enjoying my life, want to buy something that I can invest in, but don't want to spend too much money, and I don't need a lot of space, mini home.
But like, what's the resale on that? Like, how much are they? And then like, are you gonna get your money back?
I'm sure you, in this economy, you'd for sure get your money back.
I guess it depends on the mini home.
Yeah.
I am all for like replacing like the trailer parks with like mini home parks,
Yeah.
and like just make them a little bit more like funky and cuter and like personal.
The issue with trailer homes, though, is usually there's multiple people living in those spaces.
You could do multiple people in a mini home.
Could you?
Yeah, if it was like a big mini home. A bigger mini
Fair.
home. You just need like an additional...
I guess, can you do people in like trailer homes too? Like, I'm sure it's a little bit tight, but that's maybe
Yeah.
the appeal. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Anyways, so we're gonna talk about something that is kind of a hot take.
This is a hot take for both of us. Obviously.
Well, okay, here's the thing. I think people will agree with what we have to say here. I don't think people will disagree, especially women, because I don't think men actually give a shit.
Sorry, man.
Even if it's their own, I don't think they give a shit, but like, do you really give a shit? I would love to not have given a shit, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like we've entered this phase of our lives, right? Like, you're almost 30, I'm almost 30. People are starting to have kids.
Mm-hmm.
But before they're starting to have kids, we're in this era of just wedding season, man.
Yes.
Now, okay, this is two sides of the page, because that's not the line.
It is now.
It is
two
now.
sides of the page.
Because you have a lot of friends, I don't.
Period. And that's on period. I feel like I have a lot of
Don't
friends
feel sad
by
for me.
default.
It's by choice.
yeah.
I choose to not have a lot of friends.
I feel like people just don't give up on me, and that's the problem.
That's actually really sweet. I don't know if that's my reason. I think you've just never left. I think it's actually the opposite. I think you've never given up on me.
Well, I won't give up on you.
See?
There's nothing to give up. I want to keep all of it.
It's very cute. So you're my only friend. That's
Period.
not true. I have other friends, but
But you're my
it's-
best
But
friend.
like our other friends they come with terms and agreements,
Terms and conditions.
terms and
apply.
conditions in the way that like some other girlfriends that I have are counterparts to my husband's friends.
Yeah.
And he's closer to those friends. Things like that. And again, I choose to not have a lot of friends. I enjoy not having a lot of friends.
Gives you more time to do things that you want to
Going
do.
out and socializing is exhausting. I love it. I love hanging out with people. But give me like
To an extent. It's exhausting.
like you can book me once a month kind of thing.
If that.
If fucking that.
if that.
And that's if, you know, I have a very small circle of people that I have in my life. And again, I choose that. I enjoy that. I'm very selective about where I invest my time towards people, and not because I want them to like, because it's like, oh, it's too much for me. It's because like when I show up for my people, I show up 100%. If I'm doing that for 20 people a month, what the like actually what the fuck, you know what I mean? So I don't have a lot of people to have this issue, and again, I'm on the other side of the page too, where so what we're talking did I say we're talking about wedding season?
yeah,
yes.
it was a hot take.
So-
our hot takes on weddings.
The hot take on wedding seasons is don't invite me.
That is our hot take, is we don't want to go to your wedding. We don't want to be invited. We don't care. With peace and love, congratulations. That's so exciting for you. I wish you the best of luck.
I do care. I just don't care enough to maybe attend. And it's respectfully for the grace of me, for the grace of you, all this kind of stuff. Now, here's the thing. This is two different perspectives, because I have not been a part of a wedding party other than my own. We're also on the other side of the page because I'm leaning into it. It's the statement now. I am married. Spencer is not. So I have gone through the process of having a wedding. You have not.
Blessed.
So there's other reasons, and so I might sound hypocritical saying that, like, oh, I don't want to go to your wedding, but I didn't invite a lot of people to my wedding. Like,
Yeah.
it was selective of who I chose to have to be there, not because I didn't want everybody to be there, but because we wanted it to be. If Leo and I could have eloped, we would have done it, but it was the first time we were getting married. Hopefully the fucking
Hopefully
last.
last.
And so we wanted our family there. We wanted, I had two bridesmaids, well, a maid of honor and a bridesmaid. He had a best man and a groomsman, but like that was it. And then it was just like family and like close family. So it was a different situation than what most weddings are like. We've also seen the perspective of like how much an actual wedding fucking costs.
It's so
And
expensive.
we were not
for
willing
everybody.
to invest the price of what it would take to have a full wedding. But well, yeah, with peace and love, I'm so happy for your love. I'm celebrating you. Don't invite me. I don't.
Don't.
Family is different. If a family is getting married and I can make it, great. The issue is like so many people. Now, again, I think this is different too because I think you have a different experience. But all the weddings I'm getting invited to are destination.
I've only been to one destination wedding, and it was my sister's, and my parents paid for it. So,
Everyone I know is getting a destination wedding.
like, destination where?
Fucking
Like the
Colombia,
Bahamas?
Mexico, Bahamas, Peru, fucking Timbuktu. Like, everyone is getting married somewhere else.
Let's get into it. Okay, first thing first. I have been a maid of honor for 2 weddings. I've been a bridesmaid for 2, and then potentially 1 or 2 more, potentially.
Which, again, being a part of a wedding party is so much more intense than being a guest. Now, I enjoy the concept of being a guest at a wedding. Like, invite me to your wedding, but if it's destination, I'm probably not gonna go.
Period. Especially when it's like $1,000 ticket for like a weekend.
Yeah. And
So,
it's
like-
like, well, you get a vacation. It's like, but not really.
Because I'm hanging out with your people, most likely.
Yeah.
Depends on who you're invited. Like, if it's a family wedding, then, like, sure, it might be more fun.
Yeah.
But if you're yourself plus your plus one going to a wedding
If
for
you're
people that
if you're
like,
telling me I have to spend over $2,000,
it's not happening.
I would rather take that money and do a week of like
just me.
You're
again-
asking me to spend over $500. I'm taking that money and fucking going somewhere else. I'll go to the Bahamas on $500 budget. It is what it is.
Now, again, I also understand the fact of, like, if somebody's having a local wedding, which is their local area,
Yes.
right? Like, we got married in Banff,
Yeah.
which is a destination wedding because
Technically, but not that.
it's like a known destination. Like, people know of this location. It's a beautiful place, but it's only an hour drive from where we are. But we were requiring people to pay money of gas to go and spend time and a day at our for our wedding. So it was a destination wedding. We understood that. We only invited, the place that we got married was free,
Yeah.
and you could only have a maximum of 20 people. I think we invited 17.
I think so.
And we told everybody, if you don't want to come, fuck it, like, no offense.
Yeah. You're like, it's all good. It's all G.
You don't want to fly down, you don't want to drive down, I will take literally no personal disrespect from it. Like, you do you. I'm inviting you because I love you. And then 2 weeks later, we did a reception in our city at, like, our community center, I guess.
Yeah.
But it was like a community hall, and we did a reception there. So and then we invited everybody. I think we had 60 people there, which is still very small for a wedding. And again, we were like, hey, we're inviting you because we love you and we want you to, you were involved in this. But you don't want to come? Like, literally no fucking sweat. Like, truly.
But you're like an angel. Like, you're the only person that I know that is like that. Again, I've been essentially bridesmaid 4 times. And, like, there's the price for the dress, the price for the shoes, you have to go to the bachelorette, and then there's also the wedding shower, which I don't, whatever. And then you have to get them a gift for their wedding, which is usually money. It makes it actually a little bit easier. But it's already so expensive. And then the wedding day comes. And I, of course, like, I want to be there, but wedding days are usually at minimum, like, 9 hours long.
Yeah.
And it'll continue on. Like, 9 hours is getting, like, everyone there, the ceremony, the greetings, and you have cake, and this, and the dances, and then more mingling, and the bride and groom, you haven't even talked to them, because they're just off running, talking to everybody else that they know, because it's their wedding day, so they have to entertain everybody else, because everyone's so obsessed with them.
Yeah.
And it's, like, after 9 hours, it's like, okay, like, I went to a wedding recently, and it was like after party now, and I wasn't feeling good. I honestly, like, too much sun. It had kind of been like rainy that day. I just maybe ate too much or not enough and was drinking a little too much, and like I just wasn't feeling good, and I'd been there for 9 hours, and I was in my opinion, well within my right to be like, this isn't my wedding, this day isn't about me, I can go home now.
For sure.
And I got shit from like a few people. Like, there was a few people being like, where are you going? Like, this is their wedding day. Like, why aren't you spending it with them? And I was like, with peace and love, if this was my wedding day, I'd be like, all of you need to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I just want to spend the rest of the evening with my husband.
Yeah, absolutely. One of my favorite things about our wedding that we did was we were getting everything set up for a reception, and Leo and I, like, walked away from everybody for about 5 minutes before it started, and we just spent time with each other. Like, we just talked. We hugged, we, like, soaked up the moment for each other, because as much as everyone else is there for, like, the experience and we want to entertain, we're celebrating us and our love. And so we didn't want to forget that. So we took a moment with each other, and both of our parents were like, go, we got this, like, take 5 minutes with each other. But I also, like, I don't know, like, I feel like
It's a circus.
it's
Weddings
a
to me are
circus.
circuses.
It's expensive. I tried really hard to be pretty hyper aware of that when it came to my bridesmaids, and I had 3 bridesmaids, 2 that were there for my wedding day, but my cousin was also one of my bridesmaids, and she showed up for the reception. Again,
Yeah.
I was like, you don't have to fucking come for either or one or the other. Like, you do you. And she was like, no, I want to be a part of it. I'll come for the reception. I was like, great. But I had you guys wear a matching color dress, but I tried really hard to, like, have it be cheap.
Yes.
I said, don't spend over $100.
Yes.
Have, like, if you find dress that you would wear onward, then buy that dress.
Yeah.
Like, and the other thing that I really tried hard to do, and I think a lot of brides are doing this now, but I was like, get the style that you want.
I love that. I love when
Don't buy a
brides are like,
dress.
here's the color.
Yeah, like, here's the color. your body type is not the same as your body type. I want you to feel sexy and beautiful in the outfit that you're wearing. So buy the fucking outfit you want to wear.
Which I
wear what you
yeah.
want to wear, dude. Like, I didn't even spend over $100 on my wedding dress. Like, do you think that, like,
You were such an easy bride. I'll say that most of my friends have been easy brides. Like, and I've never got, like, shit from them specifically. It's just, like, other people in that, like, vicinity in the group just being like, well, you should be doing this and you should be doing this. And
I think there's like expectations, and
yes.
Now there's other things that I did that was like more cost. Like I didn't hire a makeup artist. I didn't buy or hire a hairdresser.
Mm-hmm.
So even on our wedding day, everyone was responsible for their own makeup and their own hair, which I was like, I was responsible for my makeup and my fucking hair too. I was like,
I've gotten it offered to me from like the weddings I've been in, and I've always declined it because I'm like, I'm more than capable of doing my own hair and makeup.
Yeah.
I don't need to pay someone for it.
Yeah.
I understand like those services are valuable and like there are people that do want them. I just personally am like, if I don't have to spend the money on something that like I can very much do myself, I don't want to.
Well, and like I've had my makeup done, and unless you're like a top tier makeup artist, you don't know my face,
Yeah.
you don't know my eye shape, you don't know what I like.
Yeah.
I know what I like. I know the level of like heavy-handed amount of makeup that I want. And I feel like I can do it like somewhat well. Like if I need to lock in for a good makeup look, I can do it. And I
Yes.
feel like my wedding day makeup was like a really good example of
It's
that.
beautiful.
I was like, I'll lock in. Like I'll make this fucking work. And
Yeah.
I feel like it looked really good.
It did.
But again, it was like, I'll save money on that. And we didn't ask people for money. We didn't even ask people for gifts. We actually said, don't buy us gifts. We already have a fucking toaster. We have coffee mugs. We have a utensil set. Like Leo and I had already been together for like 8 years by the time we get, no, 7 years.
6, 7?
7 years by the time we got married. And so we were like, we don't need anything for our house. And we lived in the house that we had bought already. So we were like, if you want to contribute via service.
Yeah.
Like, help us decorate. Help me build the decorations. One of our dearest friends was our photographer, and he did a phenomenal job at getting photos on our wedding day. And like, it's special for us because it's like, we didn't hire him, and we were going to actually pay for the service, and he was like, this is my wedding gift to you. But he was there when Leo and I met. Like,
Yeah.
and so the fact that he took our photos is a really special moment. And we're not necessarily like super close in the sense that we see each other all the time, but we're there for the big moments for each other, which is really special. So it's like, we were like, if you want to involve yourself, involve via service. My grandparents made the food. My brother and his friends like helped bartend. Like, it was a really special experience because our people came together to help develop this event. So, and the dessert bar was my mother-in-law. She made all that shit. I did a candy bar, so that was me, but like, I didn't make that shit. I just went to fucking bulk burn. But like, little stuff like that. We didn't do party favors. The party favor was the candy bar. So everyone got a bag, and they like filled up their bag with like gummies and shit, and they got to go with that.
But that's another thing is like party favors. And like, you have to like, once you have guests, you have to entertain them. You have to feed them. People expect to be fed.
Yeah.
You know? And that's, again, it's like, it's
Which I understand that. That's
cost-worthy.
reasonable. But yeah, like, it's like,
It's hard.
It should be like the most, like, it should just be you enjoying your experience. And I love going to weddings. Don't get me wrong. I love celebrating love. And I've been to some beautiful weddings. However, 9 times out of 10, I have like a great 3 hours, and then I'm like, I just spent fucking, like, the exception is like when there is more opportunity or family. I would say like a family event. If Leo's family's getting married or my family's getting married, and like we can celebrate as family, that's special. But again, it's like, if I can't make it for whatever reason, or I'm not able to attend because of something else, like, it has to be the most like low fucking, like, there can't be this expectation of, oh, you need to be there, or you don't care about me because you're not celebrating this. It's like, our relationship should be greater than that.
I agree.
It shouldn't be surface level of the sense of, I can't celebrate you today. We had friends that we couldn't go to their wedding because they were a destination wedding, but Leo and I were so happy for them to get married. They were a part of our wedding. And so we came together and we're like, you know what? We're going to invest a certain amount of money towards the experience for them. And that sounds like materialistic, but we're like, we can't go, but let's take a portion of the money that we would have taken to go there and like take this and do something for your wedding. Enjoy, or like for your honeymoon, do something for the two of you. Here, we want to celebrate you. This is us celebrating you. Take this and do something with it. Enjoy it. Have an experience. Go on a fucking excursion with each other. We're paying for that. Enjoy each other's company. And it was really important for us to like make that known, because we want to celebrate those people, even though we couldn't make it because it was like $2,500 each to go to this wedding.
What is with destination? Can we talk about like why are people doing destination weddings?
I think a lot of people now have like moved from their original like homelands. So, and again, like maybe it's different for like my husband's side of friends and family because he's an immigrant. Whereas like our side, a lot of people we know were born and raised in the city that we live in today. So you get like different sides of it. A lot of the weddings that I've been invited, again, I don't have a, like, from people who are born, raised Calgarian, it's you. And like, I would not be surprised if the next like, I think I'll only be in a wedding party once in my life.
And it'll be mine.
And it'll be yours. Fuck it, like, for real. And like, I'm down. Like, cool.
Honestly,
I'm fucking
you
down.
get the experience. You'll get the experience of it, and like my expectations will be so low. Like my bachelorette ends at 10 p.m. I'm going home now.
Yeah. Well, you've been doing it so many times now that I feel like you kind of like know the system well enough to know what you like and what you don't like, which is really cool.
So my family jokes a lot. I'm essentially like the epitome of 27 dresses. If you don't know,
Always the bridesmaid,
never the bride. And I'm okay with that because I've seen so many different types, like big and small weddings.
Yeah.
Weddings of all different shapes and sizes and cultures, that like I know in the back of my mind like what I want for my wedding.
Yeah.
And it's essentially like I want it low key. I'm also like I'm on the boat of like I don't even think I want to serve alcohol at my wedding.
Fuck yeah.
I'm not a drinker. Why would I want that? I'll roll a joint that says like my name and my husband's name, and like
Party
pass
favors
those
are
out.
like a joint. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Like I also am like in the ballpark of like on my wedding night, I'm not staying up past a certain, like, again, I'm going home now.
Yeah,
my
yeah,
social battery's drained.
For sure.
I don't want to be here anymore. Again, people, if you want to continue to party, do so.
The thing that people who haven't been involved in a wedding wouldn't realize is like, it's not just a night of draining energy. It's like 3 months before the day.
Stress.
Now you're having conversations. Now you're engaging in. And I had a low key event, and it still was that. Because you have to plan it. You're planning an event, and it takes time to plan an event. It takes mental capacity to understand what it looks like, how you envision it, all this kind of shit.
The budgeting you have to put in.
What you're willing to spend, like all this kind of stuff. So
what you're willing to sacrifice.
And that's the low key side of it.
Yes.
And if you have a wedding planner, again, you're maybe taking some of that responsibility off of your plate, but you're still, especially as the bride, you're still the decision maker. You're still making those choices. The groom as well, and there are many grooms who are involved. Leo was involved, but Leo also understood, again, if we could have eloped, we would have.
Yeah.
I was the one who wanted more of an event because it was important to me to have the opportunity to enjoy being the bride, because I found that when I was graduating and we had like our version of prom in Canada, I didn't make a big deal of it, and I look back going, I wish I would have bought myself a dress. Like,
You didn't buy yourself a dress?
I took one of my mom's bridesmaid dresses and wore it.
Oh.
I just took it off her, like I was like, I don't want to spend money on it. I'll just grab one of your dresses, take it off the hook.
That reminds me so much. Shout out to all the brides out there. This is a PSA to you. You're going to convince your bridesmaids, like, oh my God, that looks so good on you. And when the wedding's over, you can shorten it and it can be like an everyday dress. No, it fucking won't be. That thing will rot in your closet for the rest of your fucking life. I have every single bridesmaid's dress that I've ever had hanging up somewhere, and I love them. I love looking at them, but they just collect dust, peace, and love.
Honestly, though, like, keep those, because one of my favorite things that I did when I was a little girl, and my mom was like a bridesmaid for many different, weddings. I was like 7 years old, and I would go into my mom's closet and I would try on all her bridesmaid dresses.
That's really cute.
And it was such a special experience. So keep your dresses so that, like, if you have a daughter or I have a daughter, we can like do like a dress up for them.
That's really cute.
It would be really special. Anyways, so I will say that there's different expectations. One thing that I do want to like end on here is like, from the perspective of the bride or the person who like has this event, you think it's going to be this life altering experience. You think that it's going to be like, this is the epitome of everything that I've been working towards. Bruh, you're going to wake up the next day and you're just going to be you. And you're going to wake up, like, you're going to be done with the wedding and you're going to be like, okay, I'm literally back to where I was.
50 grand later. And you wake
however
up the next day.
however much money you choose to spend later, the whole idea here is that a wedding should be a celebration of the love between you and your person, and the people around you that are involved in that are optional.
It's true. If they want to go home early, don't stress about it. If people don't want to come, don't stress about it. If things don't go right the way you might have imagined it, that's okay. Don't stress about it. As long as you and your partner are happy at the end of the day,
It's all that matters. It's all that matters. And like, I look back now and it was a wonderful day, but it was just another fucking day. And it's like,
Very much
the
so.
world continues to spin. And don't get me wrong, I have amazing stories from the day of my wedding. I'm really happy how we went about our wedding.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have wanted a big 100+ person wedding where morning to evening I'm getting ready, having the ceremony, and then jumping into the reception. I'm really happy that we split it up, but your experience is different than my experience, and your experience is different than my experience, and everybody is going to have their own catered version of their wedding. I will just say, it should not be this like expectation that everybody should go. And I'm honestly like, I've gone to enough weddings to say that like I'm good, minus yours. Again, I will go to your wedding because it's you, and
Because you know it's going to shut down early and you can go to bed.
No, because it's you, and I get to celebrate you, and I get to be a part of enjoying your experience vicariously through you. That's important to me because I love you and you're my best friend. But that is for the select fucking few, man. And like, it's the same thing as like, again, when I end up having a baby shower, it's going to be the most low-key shit ever. Like, there's no expectation whatsoever. We'll celebrate however we choose to fucking celebrate. But this idea of like, I'm going to go to 20 weddings this summer. Bitch, what the fuck?
How do you know 20 people to go to 20 weddings?
People do. And it's actually...
And
And
you have to
summer
buy a
is wedding
dress.
season. People are going to weddings like every other weekend. And it's like...
So bless your heart if that's you. If you're out there and you have like 17 weddings this summer, bless your heart.
And honestly,
And your bank account.
if other people aside from you asked me to be a part of the wedding party, I probably would decline. And not because I don't care about them, but because I don't feel like I feel like I don't know you well enough. I feel like it would be a disservice to you and a disservice to me if I engaged in this.
Yeah.
So like, and that's why I'm almost content with the idea of like, I get to be a part of a wedding party once and I'm fucking down. I'm down. I got to go to my wedding, be the bride. I've gotten to go to families' weddings. And again, family weddings are different because I feel like you can engage with the family. You get to catch up with the family, right? There's like special things about enjoying a person's family as their significant other and seeing that part of their life. It's really special. So I enjoy going to family weddings. But again, it's like, I'm not going to 100 gazillion babillion weddings. Like, it's just not... I'll celebrate you, but let's celebrate you differently. I don't have to be there on the wedding day to celebrate you. Let me celebrate you in the way that I want to celebrate you and how you feel like you want to be celebrated. If that's just us going for fucking drinks or us having a house party or whatever, like, it doesn't have to be... You shouldn't... If you have to celebrate a person one day out of the year to make them feel seen, it's the wrong way to go about it.
Yeah.
Let's celebrate you the way that we can celebrate you.
I
You know
think
what I mean?
We're on different wavelengths than some people in the sense that like we're someone that like if you were to call me on my birthday and I'm having like a party and you're like, I don't feel like coming today, I'd be like, all good. See you next time.
100%.
Like I'd be like, okay, and
also, like, I wouldn't have a birthday party.
period.
Let's start with that. I wouldn't have a fucking birthday party.
I haven't had a birthday party since I was a child.
Yeah. My birthday dream, leave me the fuck alone.
I love it. I hate birthdays actually because that's when everyone decides to text you.
Yeah.
And it's all day and it's so
And
overwhelming.
half the time you don't even know the numbers.
Yeah. I have one person on Facebook I've never met this person in real life. I have no
And
idea.
they always wish you a happy birthday.
Every year they wish me a happy
Yeah.
birthday. I have no idea
Yeah.
who they are.
My dream is I take a week off for my birthday. That is my gift to myself.
Love that.
And I fucking, and now again, the exceptions to the rules: family, friends, like real friends.
Yeah.
My husband and I spend time with each other during my birthday. It's not like I'm just like going into a cell and hiding, but I'm not having a party. Like, it's just not happening. I asked my husband once, like, how would you feel if I planned a surprise party for you?
Oh.
And he was like, I would actually hate that.
Yeah.
He's like, I wouldn't be mad at you, but I would be surprised if you did that because you know the person I am and you know I wouldn't want that for myself.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
Same here, man. Like, it's just, yeah. So this idea of like, an event has to define the way that I am and it has to be the epitome. Like, that's all Hollywood shit, man. So it's like, it's just going to be another day. It's a wonderful day. Celebrate with your person. Weddings are beautiful. And I think the consensus here is like, why are so many people having so many weddings? And
Stop getting married. Just kidding.
I don't need an invite.
Yeah, if you want to get married, that's cool. Don't invite us.
Peace and
We don't-
love. But and
we will send you love. We will send you congrats.
Yeah.
I'll even put like $100 in a card for you if you want.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah,
just
yeah.
don't invite me. I don't care.
Yeah. I feel like if it gets to the point where you're getting invited to so many weddings, you should just make the statement of like, if I go to your wedding, I'm wearing sweatpants.
Honestly, I haven't been to that many.
No,
I haven't got to
I know.
that
But like,
point,
I feel like that's a
but-
really good like act of terrorism.
Yeah.
For,
If you invite, I will wear white.
if you're inviting
Don't.
me, I'm wearing a white tracksuit.
I'm looking
That's
like
so mean.
Jane Lynch from Glee.
Oh my god, yes.
Ah!
Now that is an iconic character.
Okay, she can come to my wedding any day. I would have a wedding just for her to show up.
Anyways, I feel like it's definitely a hot take because I feel like people have their own opinions on weddings.
People love weddings, and I get it. I
But
just think they're so stupid.
I also feel like people will agree with some of the things that we were
Probably.
saying because
I hope
we
so.
cannot be the only ones out there that are like getting these invitations and going, "What the fuck?"
Another wedding. I have to buy another. I have to do this. I have to do that. Ugh.
Great. Now I have to look at flights and I have to look at the hotels and okay, do
Yeah.
we even want to go to Peru? Like,
Or like, even if I have to Uber somewhere. If you're asking me to Uber somewhere, it's too much. I don't like it. Send a bus my way or something. I don't know.
okay, we hit an hour and 6 minutes. I feel like that is a record.
I think that's pretty good.
I'm really proud of us.
Congratulations
We
to
will
us.
get that down to the hour. I swear to God.
59 minutes and 59 seconds.
Correct. It feels really short though. Isn't it crazy? We just talked for an
I
hour.
feel like
and
I
it feels
haven't
so
talked to you
short.
enough.
Aw,
Well,
friendship.
see you next time.
If you want to check us out more, we are on the socials. We're on TikTok. We are on YouTube. We're on Spotify. I don't know where you found us. Probably YouTube, or TikTok. Are you watching our TikTok shorts?
Maybe it's the Insta Reels.
Maybe it's the Insta Reelgrams. Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Yes.
So you can check us out on our socials here. I don't know if they popped up now or if they pop up before. I don't make that decision, but here's our socials. Check us out if you want to see more of us. We do shorts on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram, and then we're on Spotify and we're on YouTube. Live action on YouTube, audibly on Spotify. Pick your poison. I want to give a big shout out to our listeners and our viewers because people have been engaging and it seems like people somehow enjoy the content that we are making. So thank you, first of all, for your
you.
patience. Are your ears bleeding?
Are you okay?
They should be because we're dysfunctional and it's honestly sometimes not okay. So,
we're fun.
Yeah,
It's
we
a fun
appreciate you
dysfunction.
guys. And we'll see you next week for just some more dysfunction.
If someone proposes to you, say no. And that's on that. See you later. Bye.
I don't even know how to end this.